Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. What you are about to witness is the absolute pinnacle of gaming YouTube. Nowhere on the planet will you find a better gaming YouTuber, I swear. And now, with your host, Jibba73, the DoubleEShow! Dude, can I have $5 now?
What's going on, everybody? Jibba73 back with the DoubleEShow. It's Banished Wednesday with the MegaMod. Welcome to episode 28. Couple of quick notes. So we're going to end this series at 30 episodes. We're doing well. We're thriving. Things are going very well. And what I'd like to do is ask you, if you are a Banished enthusiast and you follow the mods and such like that, there are two other gameplay-changing mods, much like the MegaMod and Colonial Charter. One is called Red Ketchup's Editor's Choice mod, and that does a gameplay overhaul with new buildings and building types and production chains and such. And the other one is called Tom Sawyer's, that's the maker of the mod, Banished to the North. And that changes the gameplay and adds new buildings and professions and things like that. So if you know anything about the two, and you'd like to see me do a series on them, and if you're not familiar with them, you can check out Kendi64 is doing the To the North mod, and BU4U Gaming is doing the Red Ketchup's... no. Swap that. Flip it around. Kendi64 is doing the... No. Check out BU4U Gaming and Kendi64. You can see them in my my recommended playlist list on the side of my homepage here on YouTube. They're doing those mods, and you can see what all is included in them, and decide whether or not you'd like to see me build with them. There is also Colonial Charter 1.76. The last one I did a series on was 1.71. So there have been some changes to that. It's basically going to be 1.71 with more stuff. So, you know, but give me some suggestions. If not, I'm going to flip a coin, and I'm going to pick one of the three with a coin flip, because, you know, I'm tricky like that. Now, moving on to that, I'm going to unpause and let them get working, because there's stuff that they got to do. I wanted to talk about some tips here in Banished. A lot of people... tend to say that Banished can get really hard, you know, especially when there's disasters. So here's a couple of things you guys need to remember when you're playing this game. First of all, number one, when there's a fire, everybody goes right in and they start to rebuild all the buildings that have been claimed by fire. That is your opportunity to fireproof your building situation. Fire jumps from one building to the next, to the next, to the next, if they're too close together. However, if you have a fire and it wipes out several buildings in a row, take that time to clear them out. So instead of reclaiming them, destroying them, and then build one, and then build 3 spaces, and build the next one, and build 3 spaces, and build the next one. Kind of like what you see me doing over here with the communities. I build plenty of space. If this house catches fire, it is unlikely that this one will. It is unlikely that this one will. These are apartment complexes, so these are going to burn like a matchbox. So that's tip number one. When you have a fire, recognize that you've caused major destruction and put space between your buildings. Especially if you have production buildings in that line that happen to get burned down as well. It gives you an opportunity to move them away from places that either catch fire easily or they catch fire easily and they spread to other places. Use that as an opportunity. Number two, when you have a tornado, generally what happens is the tornado will sweep down through the colony. It'll tear through a bunch of buildings. It'll kill off a bunch of people. It'll take livestock and do all that other stuff. Again, recovery works this way. Instead of reclaiming the damaged stuff, take the opportunity to rebuild and put spaces between them for A, fire prevention, and B, if you know that there's a corridor that the tornado has come down and it's torn through, it gives you an opportunity to redesign that area and make it new again, so long as everybody did not die during the tornado. Yeah, you know, I mean, that's kind of key. Where's my town birches here? I'm going to put one in here and one over, rotate it this way, and you're going to go in there. Then we're going to come over here, and you're going to go in there. Boom. I think that's all of them. Oh, who died? Who died? Crushed by a rock. Crushed by a rock! And I was actually going to do some stone cutting stuff today. I was going to check out the stone cutters and make sure that they're producing, because we're not really getting great numbers from them. We are using a ton of stone over here for each of these buildings. And, yeah. We used a ton of stone in these buildings. And then we're using a ton of stone over here. 53 of 64. And we built stone roads over here. So we did do a lot. So tornadoes, that's you know, something you do. Now, when it comes to infestations in your crops and your pastures, there's a reason why I build a gap of 3 on my farms. I've got a gap with the fence, I've got a road, and I got a gap. And there's also a reason why I plant different crops. So if in this crop I have tomatoes, and this crop I have tomatoes, what's going to happen is the gap between the two isn't enough to stop an infestation. So if an infestation happens in this crop, it's going to spread to this crop because they're 2 of the same types. So that's why you want to keep space between them. And if that's not possible, rotate your crops so you don't have 2 like crops together. That prevents the infestation from jumping from one crop to another. Now, if you have a single crop type, use this method, the 3-space method. Make sure you have a space of 3 between your crops. It keeps the infestation from jumping to the next crop over. I have never seen, knock on wood, an infestation in one crop jump 3 spaces to a crop next to it. Okay? Same thing when it comes to your cattle or your livestock. Whenever your livestock are dying off. So one thing that I haven't done here that I usually do, or I like to do, is I like to have an empty livestock pen, a smaller one. If these start to die off because there's a disease, I can move them out of there into the new one instead of using the cheaty method, which is to delete the, you know, like go in here like you're going to remove structure. You click on it, it removes it for half a second, the infestation goes away, and then you reclaim it right away, and nothing moves. Now, that's a cheaty way to do it. But if you have a small, spare, blank pasture with nothing in it, you can move your animals to that pasture before they all die off. And then, once the infestation is done, you can move your animals back into the larger pasture, and they will continue to regrow back to your limit, you know, of a larger size. As well, if you have 2 like animals, bison and bison, in pastures right next to each other with 1 space in between or no space, the infestation in one pasture will jump to the next one and to the next one. And that's why I generally leave space between them. So that's the third thing that you normally have to deal with in Banished. You have your fires, you have your crop infestations, and you have your animal infestations. The last thing you have to deal with is disease. So, when you have low health, it is very easy for, like I have good health. When you have low health, it is very easy for influenza to spread throughout all of your citizens and start killing them off. That means in early game, you want to start herb production. Herbs are a preventative medicine, like taking an aspirin daily to stave off a heart attack. And then you want to make sure that you have a hospital as soon as you possibly can to treat the people who might get sick. Now, I didn't take my own advice in this town, and I do not have a hospital in town. I don't have a medic, I don't have a cleric, I don't have anything in here. Knock on wood, I've been lucky that nothing spread because I started on the herbalists early, and we've gathered plenty, and we have all this stored medicine that they're taking. Plus, a variety in food diet, like fish, vegetables, meat, things like that. If you have a variety, nut orchards, or you have fruit orchards and stuff like that, that will also keep their health up and prevent them from becoming ill. As well as nomads. When you take in a lot of nomads, you can bring in illness. I've known many a settlement to be completely wiped out because they took in too many nomads at once. So, where are we going? We're going over here. So I got this question mark, and that means that this is ready to go, and I'm going to plop somebody in there. What are you doing? Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 7. Okay. Good thing I had plenty of people to do that. How's this going over here? Oh, would you look at this? This actually built, and there's 6 people working in here, and that's where a lot of the labor went, to this big market. Very nice. Wasn't really expecting them to build this first. I was expecting these homes. Oh, that's right. The homewares. The homewares is this thing that's slowing me down over there. Okay, so we finished off the birch grove trees around the outside. And, what is it? Oh, it's late winter. Okay. I turned off the snow and rain effect because it was actually made it really washy. I like the effect when I'm playing solo, but when you guys are watching it, no bueno. So that's one. We got fire, we got tornadoes, we got crop infestations, we got animal infestations, and then we've got disease. Those are our 5 tips to avoiding disaster in Banished. Yeah, right on. Okay, coming over here, we want to come into roads. We want to go key road. We'll put it right there. Boom. And we want to come in here. We want to go ghost. Bushes? Bushes. Small lavender flower bush. It's a stick. Come on. Come on. Click here. Boom. As soon as the trees bloom, we'll slow it back down, and we will put in non-sticks. Boom. As soon as the trees bloom. Yeah. That market inside there looks so awesome. Come on. We're in year 27, early spring. Slowing it down, slowing it down. Coming in here, coming in here, coming in here. Small lavender bush. You know what? Screw it. Where is it? There's the bush. Boom. Boom. Okay. So those will go in there, and they'll match. Look, they'll match those that are in there. Yes. Right on. Oh, it looks so good. It really, really does. I love that. I love how they have varying color doors. It gives it a little bit of a uniqueness. And I'm going to do something inside here as well in probably the next episode. I'm wondering if I should take. You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. So let's take the key road like this, like this, like that, that, and like that, and bring that there, like that. That. Okay, can't get anything in those, but I could get it going through there, which is awesome. Yeah. Right on. Right on. That's gonna look sick when it's done. Oh, cool. We got our homewares there. Yeah, they're building fast. They're building fast. Actually, let's leave that up and see who moves into it. That'll be key. I didn't do that part. Stone roads, okay. Get that done there. 2 things we're gonna do before we go. We're gonna look at the other traders, the other trading buildings, and see if we need to put in another trader. Get this one here I can bring up as well because they're both close to being done. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, boom, 2 people. Boom, 2 people in their 20s and 30s. Okay, so we are still a little behind. Let's go Z. and see how far behind we are. Ooh, we're a bunch behind, but they're still building more homes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, before you go away. Okay, what do you got? You got hardwood, glass. You know what? We might take 1,000 glass. Candles. We'll take the 400 candles. We will take the 10 lamp oil. We will take the 3 building supplies. We will take the 400 furniture. I'm building up a big list of stuff here. Roof tiles, log trucks. Okay, so now let's come in here, and we are going to do 25 of them. We are going to do 20 of them. Let's see what else. We've got furniture in the trading post. Did I mean to do that? I don't know if I did. What do we need? So if we do 100 of those, that's only 800. If we do, excuse me, 1,000 of those, boom, we're overpaying by 435. Okay, so 900. And now we need to trade an additional 365. So 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 8 and 8 is 16. 32. So is it 9? Is it 940? 45. Okay. 946. Overpaying by 3. Trade. Dismiss. Done. I'm true with you. Okay. So now coming back over, we still got industrial stuff going on over here. So let's come in here. Traders. We got all these different traders. So this is the trade small port. Old Town Trading, farm supplier, industry supplier, dry goods supplier, food supplier, tiny trader, tiny food trader, mini trading post, tequila trader, chartered company, bootlegger, smuggler's dock, native trader, general trader. Well, that's just a cute little building that can go right there. That can go right there. And it fits right there. I don't know what a general trader is. I'm assuming it's just general goods. All right, so here we go. No, oh, there's a bunch of them. And you know what's great? We don't need them, so we can deny them because we have plenty of labor and we have plenty of builders. What we don't have is plenty of houses. Okay. But luckily, nobody's living in the lodging house, which means that they're all shacking up together. Okay. So I need to put down some practical homes. Let me come in here real quick, and we're going to take out all the tree. Well, let's take everything out of here, and everything out of here, and right there. Okay. So let's do a real quick check. We're going to come in here, and this is pathing. This button here will tell you where your workers are living. They're living right nearby, right nearby, right nearby, right nearby, right nearby. Come out here. That's a little dumb. Yeah. Them going over to here is weird. And they're living there. There, and okay, there, and that's the mother of all tree people living there. And that's just storage. We got them going there. They're living there. There. Nearby. Nearby, nearby, nearby. Nearby, nearby. This is awesome. Everybody is... I've done a good job. I've done a good job of making sure that the people are living near to where they're working. Oh, no, I have not. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, where's your sphere of influence? Right there. We need to drop some homage over here. So I'm gonna take, click, where are those Nordic homes? Those are rustic abodes, saltbox houses, colonial large houses? No, oh, wait a minute, maybe, R. Oh, there isn't one that's red. Okay, Plymouth House, Stone House, Town Abode, Boston Houses. I know there's a red one of those. R. Not the red I'm looking for. Little House. No. Little House, second floor. Nordic House. Right there. F. Okay, there we go. We're going to put you there. Like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Like that. There you go. There's 2 houses going in there. And we're going to come over here. And I just had them. Nordic House. I'm going to rotate it around. One right there. And then 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, practicing what I'm preaching right there. Okay, General Trader. Let's go over to him. And we're going to put 2 people in there. It'll be 1, 2. And we are going to stock you with... let's go... let's give you... Where are my seedlings? Right here. We're going to give you 1,000 seedlings. And then over here at the other one, this trading post, we are going to go to inventory. We're going to go down to seedlings. And we are going to take out all of the seedlings. Right? Okay, now trade. So now, no seedlings in there, seedlings in there. 1,000 will be 8,000, which means that I should be able to buy a couple of seeds when they come in, things like that, right? Right, okay. Now, 2 people working there, 2 people working there, they should be able to work this out. But that is a cute little building. Oh, it even says trade goods on the front door. How awesome is that? Alright, so now, let's see. What's one last thing that I can do over here to improve this? I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do some small storage options. R, F, F, F. We're going to put right there. Okay. We don't need to follow that. That's just some small storage options. Right? Okay, I think that's good enough for this video. If you like what you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Tell your family, tell your friends. If you have any suggestions as to what you think we should do here in eShow Isle, put them in the comments below, because I do read them. And with that, I will catch you next Wednesday for another episode of Banished with the MegaMod. Peace!
That was a failure of epic proportions. Unacceptable.